Okay, we got a guy here named Rob. Said he's came over here a couple times and I wasn't here. Is that right, Rob?
You were here? Yeah, you were just in the middle of something.
Well, why didn't you? Did you have your car here? Did you have your car?
The car in here. Yeah.
You had your car here, and I told you to come back Monday?
Yes, sir.
I must have been seriously fucking busy.
I think you were in the middle of something. Yeah.
How long ago was that, Rob?
Probably 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago.
Huh. I don't even remember you coming in here. What was I working on?
You were in the middle of something. You had your gear on and everything. So.
I was welding.
Yeah, and I was looking for a welder.
So we got Rob here. He said he was over here 4 months ago, and I pushed him out the door. Is that basically it, Rob?
He told me to come back, and I had a busy schedule.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to treat you like shit, but
no problem.
You know, sometimes that happens, dude. So let's talk to Rob. Let's go out there and look at his car. He says he needs some welding done to it. Let's see how bad this Charger is versus the ones we've already looked at.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
History on your car, bud. What's going on?
This is my first car.
So you bought this car when you were what, 15, 16?
Just
How
about
old
16.
are you now?
I'm 43.
So you've had that car for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And that's like your baby. You'll never get rid of it, and you're not going to get rid of it, and you want to fix it and restore it, or just want to make it a driver, or what?
Fix it, restore it, and drive it.
So you want a brand new car out of this deal?
Pretty much. Yeah. A driver.
But not a trailer queen?
No.
Okay, let's go check it out, Rob.
All right.
That thing's pretty clean like it is, Rob. You want to turn it off so we can look at it, or?
You bet.
All right, turn her off, dude. Now, what color orange is that?
Couldn't tell you.
Looks like it's kind of a mix of red and orange together. Kind of makes it look like a pink. Is that basically what we're talking about here?
That's the cheapest orange I could paint it.
Huh. Okay, so were you going for the General Lee look, or what?
At the time, I liked orange.
Yeah. Now, was the General Lee a 69?
Yes.
And it was a Charger, or was it a Roadrunner?
That's the General Lee right there.
This is a General Lee.
Yep.
Son of a bitch, I'll bet you get a lot of thumbs up, huh?
Probably, yeah.
Just don't go to Georgia and put a flag on the top. They'll kick you out of their state.
That's right.
You know, I heard they actually banned, they took that TV show off of Channel 33 or something when all that harassment was going on about the flag. Is that true?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I couldn't believe that, dude. That's ridiculous. What do you want to do, Rob? What are we looking at?
I've got, I know that there's rust in these.
Okay, we see some rust out here on this quarter panel. Right there. What else,
on
buddy?
Both sides. This has been hit at some point prior to me getting it.
Okay, we got it hit.
A lot of Bondo in here. I want to get that fixed.
I'll get all that fixed. I'll bet you $100 it needs a trunk floor.
Yeah, needs a trunk floor.
Let's look on that floor there, buddy.
It's not terrible, but it's definitely.
It doesn't look that bad, but you can see where there's yeah, so you want to replace the whole floor, or did you want to patch it up and go down the road? I've done that before for people.
I think I want to replace it.
So you want to make this like a brand new car then?
Yes.
Okay, we got some rust right here. I see that where the lip rolls around. It looks like some Bondo right here.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to Bondo that up, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. That's not good action. What else we looking at, Rob?
This is this pan has a lot of waves.
Okay. Now there's a lot of people that call this a Dutch panel.
Okay.
I call it a rear sail panel myself.
Yeah, sail panel.
I call it a trunk extension. But you know, you got to be politically correct with some of these people, because if you're not, you know, these Mopar guys. I'm sorry, you are a Mopar guy.
I'm an old car
you gotta have the right names for the right parts, because these guys get offended. Is that true, bud?
It could happen. I suppose.
Looks like somebody rear-ended you at one time, Rob.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so we're looking at rust on both sides of the quarter panel. We might have some rust over here. Okay, hold on. Now your taillight panel's rusted.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, dude. And I guarantee you, if you grind that out, there's going to be worse rust than that. So we're looking at some patchwork, maybe a possible replacement. Okay. How do you like that exhaust, dude? That big dual exhaust coming. Now, is this a 340 car, or what is this? 383?
383 high performance car.
Okay. Now, is this a factory number matching car?
No.
Okay, do you got the fender tag for it and all that?
No.
So you don't even know how to decipher fender tags. You're not even into all that.
Yeah, I do, but I know what I bought.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna make it a driver.
So you can't even buy, like, without the fender tag, is it worth anything? I mean, I know you're not selling it. I'm just asking your opinion because, you know, you get all these Mopar guys out there and they're like, you know, without the fender tag, it ain't worth shit.
I could care less what they think.
Exactly. There you go, bud. All right, let's look at the floors in this thing.
All right, let's take a look.
How are the floors looking?
They were actually
Rob?
fine until recently.
Till recently?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, you started getting a little surface rust?
Yep, I've got the air conditioning out right now.
Okay, so it was leaking on the floor over here,
Just
but...
a little bit, but I think it's just surface
Okay,
rust.
so that's probably surface rust, so your heater core was probably leaking or something.
It was.
Okay, so the floor on the driver's side is in good shape.
It's in good shape.
Okay,
Yep.
so this car is actually in pretty good shape for what you got here.
I think so.
The quarter panel on this side is pretty rotted.
Yeah, it looks like you've got some,
Okay, we're talking rocker panel action.
a little bit of...
Okay, that's probably surfaced. We might be able to grind that down. We'll check it out.
This is the other one here.
I saw that. That's pretty bad shape, but not as bad as you're thinking.
A friend of mine put a ton of Bondo in there, so...
Well, that's what happens. See, this is, I want to show everybody this. When you don't fix the rust properly, what happens, if you look right there, the Bondo starts bubbling up. That's really not a good rust repair. That's just what you call a patch and go situation. But you patch it up, you put some paint on there that might not be the right orange, but you know it's the orange that you got.
Yep, under here.
What we got, bud?
This is, I think, just surface stuff, but one of these, this is what I originally came in here for, because I was...
Okay.
This was bent, and
Right.
I took it out of here. I needed to get that brace back on.
Okay, so you don't even have a brace on there.
I don't right now, but I do have the brace.
Okay, now, am I looking at insulation up there, or is that bare metal?
That's bare metal.
Okay, so we need to clean that up or do something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the deal is with these Chryslers, you know, they pumped them out of the factories to sell them, you know what I mean? The people didn't even buy these things because the insurance on them was ridiculous. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, muscle cars weren't hot when they came out. They sold real cheap, and the reason they sold cheap is because the insurance companies jacked the insurance rate up like you were driving a Ferrari or something.
Nice.
You were paying more on your monthly insurance than you were on the car payment, dude. Let's look at that engine real quick. Let's see what we got now. Was this factory right here with these turn signals, or is that just something you added?
That's something I added.
Okay, do they work?
Yes.
Now, is this a factory hood, or?
It's yeah, original.
That's the original hood. What do we got there? What's going on,
So
Rob?
somebody put a bolt lock in here at some point.
Okay, that's nice.
That's prior to me.
Wow. Okay. Put a bolt in there with a lock.
Yeah.
Huh. They definitely didn't want to take that Magnum engine out of there, did they, bud?
Guess not.
So now, did you buy it with this 383 or?
Yeah, but I built the motor when I was a kid.
Okay, so you built that motor yourself with the kid. We don't have a fender tag, bud.
Yeah, no fender tag.
Son of a bitch.
I
You
do
see
have
there?
it at the house.
And now, are you gonna put your air conditioning, and did this have air conditioning on it, or?
Yes.
Oh, it
Yes.
was an air conditioning car.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put all that back on,
I'm
or?
gonna put it all back on.
Okay, and this is an automatic, I guess, a torque flight
Yeah.
job, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm
So,
gonna take that out at some point and put a Tremec in there.
the Trimec 5-speed.
Trimec. Yeah.
Huh, that's cool. It looks like your car's all there, everything works. Now, how about those lights? Are they working?
This actually is bent, so I want to.
Okay, the core support has a
Core
bend in
support.
it.
I'm willing to replace that too if it needs it.
Okay.
So it was
Now-
hit on this side a long time ago.
Okay, so you were hit over here and it pushed it and
Yeah.
buckled
I
this
think it
up.
buckled it a little bit.
Okay, so you might want to
So I
replace
wanna
that upper
straight-
tie
make sure
bar.
the car's straight.
Right, right. It looks like you got some work, but I don't think it's as bad as we think. A situation like this, Rob, is that we don't know how much Bondo you got in your car.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know what's under the paint. We don't know how many times the car's been painted.
Well, I
Okay.
did have it sandblasted.
You had it sandblasted?
Yeah, and I painted the car right before a sandstorm, so
Uh-huh.
it was a quick job.
Right
So I
before a
know-
sandstorm.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
drove it into the sandstorm prior to it being.
Now, it looks like this is
tied up.
acrylic enamel. Is that about where we're at?
It's about as cheap as you can get it. It's
Yeah.
one stage
But it still looks good when you're driving down the highway, dude.
from about 20 feet away.
Exactly. It's a 20-foot car show. Show car.
Yeah,
At the car show on the highway.
yeah,
It's a highway show car.
pretty much.
Now, do you got drum brakes on the front, or we got discs going?
I've got all drums, but I'm gonna fix all.
So
that
you're going to
stuff.
convert that to disc brakes, power brakes at one time, or you're going to do that yourself?
I'm gonna do it all.
Okay, it looks like your front valance is in good shape. I don't see any damage on that. Or am I looking in
It's
the
a
wrong
little bit-
action?
It's a little bit dented here and there,
Okay.
but it doesn't have any rust.
Now,
on
you're
it.
talking a driver, dude. That means a driver it's going to look beautiful, but it's not going to be flawlessly perfect. Is that what you're looking for, Rob?
Yep.
Because we did one for a guy over here named Concrete Norm. We did a Roadrunner for him, and it was a driver.
Yep.
But if you look at that thing, it looks like a beautiful 100% 10-point show car. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, you know, I want to have it in good shape. You know, I want it to be respectable, but I'm going to drive it.
Okay, you're gonna drive now. Do you drive this to work, or what do you do here?
Not right now. No, it's pretty much been parked for 30 years almost. I take it out on occasion just to keep it registered and inspected. And
now, have you taken it anywhere else to get estimates done on it?
Nope.
So nobody's even looked at this car.
Well, I did with one other body shop, but
what was the angle with them?
Busy and, you know,
they didn't want to mess with it.
So I just put it back in the garage. And
now, how many years ago was that, buddy?
Probably 2 years ago.
And the car's not for sale, right?
No.
Yeah, beautiful car, bud. Beautiful. These are like the hottest cars. These are like the hottest cars on the market. You know, these body lines, they never did look perfect,
they're
dude.
They're not lined up. I threw the car together, had to get out of town.
Yeah.
So I need to get this squared away.
Yeah.
You know, the body lines.
Well, you know, that's really not that hard as long as we got factory equipment we're dealing with here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
As long as it's all factory. Now, the problem we have is this aftermarket bullshit that you buy, but you already know that.
Well, that's why I haven't bought it yet. That's why I'm coming by to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question here. You said you had it sandblasted down, right?
Yes.
So when you sandblasted it, was that the only rust that you found is down here?
Yes.
Or was the lower rockers rotted too, and that's full of Bondo and we don't know about it?
I think that's the only rust, as I recall. It's been 30 years back, so.
30 years? You painted this 30 years ago?
Yeah.
You are fucking joking me.
Nope.
This is a 30-year paint job.
Pretty much.
Son of a bitch, and it still actually is holding up pretty good. What about all your chrome, dude? Where's this at?
I have it.
Okay, are we leaking water back there?
I think I was leaking on this side. You know, these things I want to get fixed. You know, I replaced as well. There's Bondo in here.
Okay, so we got Bondo in here now. Are we leaking any water in there as we talk? Anywhere?
Not sure.
So we don't know if that's rotted out or not back in there.
I don't think it's leaking right now.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell you for sure.
Now, are you going to make this into a Joe Dirt car? Maybe put the fin on it, you know,
No.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to put a big fin on there.
It's going to be black or dark gray.
Okay, so now you're going to go with a darker color than you got. So now we do got to do the bodywork perfect.
Yeah, I'd appreciate a good
Because as I'm looking down it right here, I don't know if we can see that in the camera, but this thing's got a lot of dings going on with it, dude. The camera looks like it's a beautiful car, and I'm not saying that your car's not beautiful, but it's got a lot of body work that needs to be done. I mean, you know, we got a lot of this stuff going on around here, bud. Okay. So the bodywork's really got to be done right to make it look the way that you want, buddy. But I will tell you this: you got a beautiful car. You got all your everything that goes on the inside of them fenders, or
I may be missing some.
Okay, so we're missing some pieces, but nothing major.
Yeah, I have a lot of pieces at the house, but there may be some inner fender stuff that is missing. That's what I need to check on.
Right.
Sure.
Well, you got a beautiful car. I don't care what anybody says. If you own one of these, it's a beautiful car because there's not a lot of them on the road. You know what I'm saying, Rob?
I agree.
Thank you very much, bud. Let's get in there. Let's talk about the situation and see what we can do, buddy.
Thank you.
Anything you got to say about your car to anybody out there in the world?
Hey, drive them. That's all I got to say.
There you go. Drive them and have a good time doing it.
You bet.
And maybe one day this will be over here at SWRC, and it will leave as a black Roadrunner. I'm sorry, did I say Roadrunner?
You did.
Charger. Black Charger going down the road. Now, are you going to finish the interior out yourself or what?
Yes.
We're just doing the bodywork and paint over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I see when you sandblasted, did you put your... Okay, you did put some seam sealer in there, but yeah, okay.
Not a professional job.
Looking good, buddy. Looking good. For 30 years, I think it looks nice. Now, where's your chrome at?
I've got it at the house. Brandon.
Okay, you never did put it back on?
No.
Huh.
Nope.
So you took it off 30 years ago and left it like that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Same with the chrome on the window and...
Yeah, I haven't really driven it that much, so I
Right. How long has it been in the garage since you drove it this time?
I take it out every 6 months.
About every 6 months?
Gas station.
Yeah, just to warm it up, keep the engine running.
Yep.
So when we paint it black, how are you going to often drive it? How often?
I'm going to drive it a lot.
Really?
I'm driving it, yeah, one of my main cars.
Okay, buddy. All right, looking good, dude. Maybe it'll happen. We don't know, Rob. Maybe. We'll see what happens, buddy. All right. Okay, so here's a guy that's owned a car for over 35 years, right? About 30 years. And, you know, it's his dream to have this car done. And that's a situation you got, whether you own a kitchen sink, a bathroom toilet, or possibly a 1969 Dodge Charger. If you got that dream, follow that dream and do what you got to do to get that dream done. I'm going to have a talk with Rob And hopefully, someday soon, we might see this car over here at SWRC getting worked on. And hopefully not bitching Rob out for bringing me a pile of shit. Rob?
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Have you seen any of my videos?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen a video on a car called Paint Ready? 442 Oldsmobile, for instance?
Yeah. I've kind of seen
Okay.
it once, you bet.
See you later. Take it easy. My friend Pete, your friend Pete over here at SWRC. And thinking about it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.